Nobody taught you this in school. Not in economics class. Not in business school. Not from your parents. And yet, it is the single most important framework for understanding why some people build wealth and most people don't. There is a moment when you look at two people earning the same income and realize one of them is getting richer every year, while the other is standing still. Same salary, same city, same cost of living, different result. The difference isn't luck. It isn't intelligence. It's not even about hard work. It's which quadrant they're operating from. In the last step, we talked about assets and liabilities. Today, we go deeper into the system itself, into the 4 ways people make money, and why 3 of them are designed to keep you exactly where you are. This is the cash flow quadrant, and once you understand it, you will never look at your career, your income, or your financial future the same way again. Let's begin. Robert Kiyosaki drew a simple diagram. A cross, 4 quadrants, each one representing a different way people make money. On the left side, the people who trade time for money. On the right side, the people who have money work for them. Top left, E, the employee. Bottom left, S, the self-employed. Top right, B, the business owner. Bottom right, I, the investor. Most people spend their entire lives on the left side of the quadrant, and most people struggle financially their entire lives. That is not a coincidence. Let's break down each quadrant, starting with where most of us begin. E, the employee. You work for someone else. You trade hours for a paycheck. You have security or the illusion of it. Your income is capped by your salary. You pay the highest taxes of any quadrant. And the moment you stop working, the income stops too. The employee mindset says, "Give me security. Give me benefits. Tell me what to do, and pay me for doing it." There's nothing wrong with being an employee. The problem is believing that being a good employee will make you wealthy. It won't. It was never designed to. S, the self-employed. You work for yourself. You are the business. Freelancer, consultant, doctor, lawyer, contractor. You have more freedom than the employee, but here's the trap. If you don't work, you don't get paid. You didn't escape the time for money trap. You just became your own boss inside it. The self-employed mindset says, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Nobody can do it better than me. I am the product. And that's exactly the problem, because you are not scalable. There are only 24 hours in a day, and you are in all of them. Your salary is still an expense now on your own balance sheet. Your taxes are even higher than employees. Self-employed people pay both sides of Social Security. The government taxes you more for it. And the most dangerous part? The S quadrant feels like freedom. It feels like you broke out of the system. But you built a smaller cage and put yourself inside it. Now, the right side of the quadrant, where everything changes. B, the business owner. You own a system that works without you. You don't trade time for money. You build something and then step back and let it generate income. The business owner mindset says, "Why would I do it myself when I can build a team that does it better?" Rich Dad's definition of a business is specific. A true business is something that runs for more than a year without you. If it can't, you don't own a business. You own a job. The business owner accesses different tax rules. Expenses are deducted before taxes are paid. The government incentivizes business ownership because businesses create jobs, So the system that taxes employees and self-employed at the highest rates rewards business owners. I, the investor. Your money starts making money. You put capital to work, and it generates returns whether you're awake or asleep, whether you're working or on vacation, whether you're healthy or sick. The investor mindset says, how can I make my money work harder than I do? This is where true financial freedom lives, not in a bigger salary, not in a busier schedule, in assets that compound quietly, month after month, year after year, until the income they generate exceeds everything you need to live. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are taught to be employees. The education system was built to produce reliable workers, not independent wealth builders. Go to school, get a degree, find a stable job, stay there. And the S quadrant, the self-employed trap, is where ambitious people go when they get tired of being employees. They work harder, they earn more, they pay more taxes, they are still trading time for money, just at a higher rate. And here is the cruelest part of the S quadrant. The harder you work, the more trapped you become. Because every client you add is another person depending on you personally. Every project you take is another hour you cannot get back. The business grows, but so does the cage. You built something real. You built something valuable. But you built it around yourself, which means the moment you step away, it starts to fall apart. That is not a business. That is a very expensive job with no benefits and no time off. The left side of the quadrant keeps you busy. The right side of the quadrant sets you free. So how do you cross from left to right? Kiyosaki is clear. It is not about money. It is about mindset. The employee asks, how secure is this job? The investor asks, what is the return on this investment? The employee fears losing their job. The investor fears missing an opportunity. The employee saves money. The investor deploys money. Moving from left to right doesn't happen overnight. It happens decision by decision, dollar by dollar, asset by asset. Shift 1. While you're still an employee, start thinking like an investor. Take a percentage of every paycheck, before lifestyle, before upgrades, before rewards, and put it into the I quadrant. Index funds, dividend stocks, real estate. Start small, stay consistent. Shift 2. Build a side income stream that doesn't require your time. A digital product, a rental property, a YouTube channel that generates ad revenue while you sleep. Something that moves you, even slightly, toward the B quadrant. Shift 3. Study the tax code. The government rewards B and I quadrant behavior. Every dollar you put into assets is a dollar working inside a system designed to help it grow. The employee pays taxes first, then lives on what's left. The business owner and investor live first, then pay taxes on what remains. Same country, same laws, different quadrant, different result. Here's your action for this week. Take a piece of paper, draw the 4 quadrants, write your name and every source of income you currently have in the quadrant where it belongs. Now look at the right side. Is anything there? If not, that is your starting point. Not a destination, a starting point. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. You don't need to start a business next week. You need to make one move, one decision that puts even a single dollar on the right side of the quadrant, because that dollar, unlike the ones on the left side, never stops working. That moment I mentioned, The moment you look at two people earning the exact same income and realize one is getting richer every year, now you know why. They're operating from a different quadrant. That moment, it's right now. In the next step, we'll talk about why the wealthy don't work for money. Not because they're lazy, but because they learned something that changes the entire equation. That's step 4. Don't miss it. If something clicked for you today, hit subscribe. Every week, one more idea that the wealthy already know, and the schools never taught you. Stay on the blueprint. See you in the next step.